KD2 LRX. Who's ready to almost have fun? Pre-checks begin in 7 minutes. Our host, Joey C2A, will probably assume his net control position in 1 minute. And the official net starts at 9 p.m. I'm pumped. How about you, KD2 LRX? How do you do?
Good afternoon, everybody. KB6 DHR over here in Kelso, Washington, standing by for early check-in.
Great to have you on board. If Joe is listening, I started the net logger I set up for FusionNet, so you're all set, ready to go to put in your entries, Joe.
Hey Jay, do me a favor. Shut it down on your end, and I'm gonna restart it over here. I'm having trouble with the password for some reason.
No problem, Joe. No problem. All right. Hold on 1 second. All right. Give it a try in like 50 seconds, I guess. I'm out.
Okay. In. All right. Yeah, you might have to text me that password again. I forget what it is. I know I made it up, but I forgot what it is. Oh man, having one of those days. One of those days, man. My dinner is fighting with my stomach, and they're taking it out over the commode.
No problem at all. I texted you what I believe it is.
All right, good evening. This is the FusionNet, and I am AC2 AE, your net control operator for this evening. Wait a minute, am I reading the wrong one? Am I reading the wrong one? Oh man, am I reading the wrong one? Oof. Oh my gosh. Hold on, folks.
Come on, Joe. Get with the program, brother.
Oh boy, I was reading a script from 2018. All right, guys, it is 8:25 or a little after 8:25. This is AC2 AE. This is the early bird portion of the net, and it will begin at 8:30 p.m. sharp, guys. That's Eastern time, so stand by, guys, till 8:30, and we will start taking check-ins. Woohoo!
Hey, Joe. Since I'm a net control operator on this net, I'm going to pull executive privilege because I actually have to finish updating a PC in the other room. I'll be back in 10 seconds, but in the meantime, could you put me down, KD2LRX 78 degrees?
All right. We'll give you a break this time. But so don't expect favoritism from now on.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm finishing up a Windows cumulative update in the other room. I'll be back in 10 seconds. KD2LRX. And it's still not done. Anyway, I'm back. I guess there was no need for that special privilege. KD2LRX.
All right, that was the only one you're getting, though. Oh man, dude, I gotta say, I am starting to get things finally. It's about time things down pat. I got the FusionNet. I got the FusionNet 2. I've got the open spot. All right, it's all starting to work out. Things are really starting to look up for me now. What movie's that from, Jay?
What movie is that? Things are starting to look up for me now. Oh, that sounds so familiar. What is that from? And I was just about to reference one because I needed that special privilege, and I was going to say I need a dispensation from the Pope. Where is that from? Things are starting to look up now.
Oh, it's a Steve Martin movie, The Jerk, where he finds his name in the phone book.
Yes, I knew it, and I knew it because that's one of my dad's favorite movies. So yes, I haven't seen it in a long time now. KD2LRX over the AC2A. Have you driven a FusionNet lately? That's from an old Ford commercial, except I put in FusionNet instead of Ford.
3 minutes after 5:30. We are waiting.
All right. Yeah, I'm having some trouble here. I don't know what's going on, but okay, yeah, that's why. Yeah, AC2AE is having technical difficulties with his brain. Okay, let's see. There we go. All right, hold on. Let me get this third entry in. Seeing that we've got another voice in the peanut gallery out there. Let's see, KB6 Delta Hotel Romeo. All right, we got you in there. All right, guys, this is radio station Alpha Charlie 2 Alpha Echo. And good evening. This is the early bird portion of the FusionNet. And of course, you know who I am. I'm the net control operator, AC2AE, always chasing 2 American Eagles. And I'm going to be your net control operator for this evening, if you guys allow me to. So, this portion of the net meets every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, unless otherwise noted, and you do not have to be a member to check into this net. All right, so far I've got JKD2LRX, and then I have also got, let's see, KB6 Delta Hotel Romeo. KB6 Delta Hotel Romeo. All right, we got him in there. And who's going to be number 4 for the early birds tonight? Who's going to be number 4 for early bird check-in tonight?
KB2IDX. KB2IDX. Chris.
November 5, Delta Whiskey Romeo. Dennis, Spring, Texas, currently 90 degrees and 5 DWI. KP6DHR, Joe, I just wanted to add that my temperature over here is 80.2 degrees, and I have a small amount of traffic for the net.
All right, Mike, I got you down for traffic. And wait, it was 8. What was your temperature again? Tell me again.
80.2.
All right, net control copies 80.2. Awesome, man. Awesome. All right, now let's go over to Chris, KB2IDX. Chris, what's going on, my brother? Good to have you back. And Chris, what is your local outside temperature?
Yes, sir. What's shaking? Looking for a good night tonight. The temperature is 84 degrees, 73% humidity. Ugh. Anyway, looking forward to a good evening. Back to net.
All right, 84 degrees and 73% humidity. Yeah. I'm right there with you, brother. I do not like the heat, and I definitely do not like the humidity. Yes, that's it. Matter of fact, if it was the 60s, I'd make the humidity sit in the back of the bus. Woo! All right, guys, this is AC2AE, and this is the early bird check-in portion of the FusionNet. So we're looking for any early birds. Early birds, come and get your worm.
November 5, Delta Whiskey Romeo. Dennis, in Spring, Texas, currently 90 degrees, and no traffic tonight, Joe. N5, DW. This is Kilo Delta 2, Mike Sierra Uniform, Harry and Clay Island, Brooklyn, New York, 79 degrees, and I'll have the weather.
Alrighty, we copy N5 DWR, Dennis out Spring, Texas with 90 degrees. And I also copy KD2 MSU, our resident meteorologist Howard in Coney Island with 79 degrees. 79 degrees. You know, I don't know, but I know you are closer to the shore, which means you should be a little bit cooler than I. We should really have the same temperature, but you should be a little bit cooler than I am. But I've got 78 degrees here. But all right, listen, hey, you're the meteorologist, man. Who am I to question anything? Oh, all right. Where are all the other early birds tonight? Where's all the early birds? This is AC2AE with FusionNet, and we are taking early bird specials.
Net Control, this is KB0 BSI. Minot, North Dakota. Tom here, and the temperature is 73 degrees with no traffic.
Alrighty, let's see. See, this is why I like guys to have a mobile user list, because sometimes I miss the call, and I've got a lot going on here. So with that mobile user list, I am able to see who came in. So alright, I got that KB0 VSI. Awesome, man. Good to have you in there. And I copied 72 degrees and no traffic. Awesome, brother. Awesome, man. All right, let me catch up here on this net logger a little bit. KD2 MSU. Got you in there. And KB0 VSI. Let's see. Boom. Got him in there. Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys. All right, let's see. Any other early birds out there? We got plenty of worms here for the early birds, so come on, get your worm before we run out.
This is in control. This is Victor Kilo 4 Echo Hotel Tango, Bruce here, and it's 62 degrees Fahrenheit. 62 degrees. Over.
All right, awesome, Bruce. Got you in there, brother. Got you in there. Brother from another mother, from the land down under. Okay. Bruce, I'm just going to come back and ask you if you got any traffic. 62 degrees I got, and that starts being more my temperature. That's as low as my air conditioner goes, and that's fine with me. So an air conditioner and a fan keeps me pretty cool over here. So 62. Bruce, any traffic for the net tonight?
No traffic today. Over.
Okay, we copy. No traffic. No traffic. I just finished watching a series that took place in Australia, and it's called Mr. In Between, and it was on the Fox network. It was only 3 seasons long. I binge watched it in about a week, and I thought it was a pretty awesome series. It didn't get canceled, but the lead actor didn't want to do any more. He wanted to leave while they were on top. Are you familiar with that series, Mr. In Between?
No, Joe, no, not at all familiar with that one. I think there was a song in the 50s called Mr. In Between. It was Bill Eyes or something like that, sang it there.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that one up on Google. It doesn't sound too familiar right off the bat. And I'm not gonna ask you to sing it, so don't worry. Because I tell you, if you guys ever really heard me sing, you'd wish you were all born deaf. All right, let's see. Any other early bird check-ins? Early bird check-ins. This is Alpha Charlie 2 Alpha Echo, Joe in Gravesend, Brooklyn, New York, and we are looking for early bird check-ins. Alrighty. I guess some people are still warming up their tubes and getting ready to come on to the FusionNet itself. We might have a lot of listeners out there today. As I gotta tell you a funny story, guys. My wife asked me tonight. She goes, "What's the question for the net tonight?" So I told her what the question was, and she goes, "Oh, sandbaggers." I was like, "Yeah." I said, "But we don't use that terminology on ham radio." I said, "Unless you want a lot of old timers to really come down on you." The sandbaggers over here is a CB terminology, and you get some old timers on the radio. If you use CB terminology on ham radio, ooh man, they're ready to report you to the FCC.
Y'all sandbaggers. Y'all sandbaggers. That's right. I agree. Sandbaggers. Sandbaggers.
I'll be that number one sandbagger from Wellington, Colorado. Good evening, everybody. This is K0MIZ, Rob, from Wellington, Colorado, where the temperature is 74 degrees. And I'll have a little traffic for you, Joe.
I'm like, man, I love this woman. Let's see. Yeah, I think I just came up with another name. Where's Captain Squinty tonight? Where's Captain Squinty? Dave's gonna Dave's gonna get a ticket to New York one day. He's gonna show up at my door and he's gonna be like, "You and these names, I'm gonna kill you." Your time has come, AC Twiggy. Oh man, what a night, man! Tonight's gonna be a great night, guys. We got an awesome question, courtesy of JKD2LRX. So we're gonna have fun tonight, man. We're gonna have lots of fun, and hopefully we'll keep a nice open round table conversation going over there. So this is again AC2AE with the FusionNet, and we're looking for early bird check-ins, and remember, you do not have to be a member. All right, guys. Remember, if Andy N2HUB doesn't show up tonight, he goes on the milk carton.
KD2LRX with a comment, Joe.
All right, Rob, man. Good to hear you in there. Got you at 74 degrees. I got you for traffic in Colorado. That has always been one of the states that I've actually wanted to go visit. Texas, Colorado, Arizona. But Colorado, man, always wanted to go to the mountains in Colorado. Not for skiing or anything. It's just that it's nice and cool up there, and just just a whole different environment. I actually got a friend that lives up there. Has been inviting me for years and years, but she's a female, and I don't think my wife would like me going to visit a female. And she's really not very attractive, but oh well, you know. Full of early bird check-ins tonight. Early bird check-ins, early bird check-ins. Come one, come all. Everybody's welcome, and you do not have to be a member.
KK7AYJ, Annette in South Boise, Idaho. It is 94 degrees, and I will have traffic.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Cigarette Annette, KK7AYG, and she has got traffic out in Boise, Idaho. I wonder what it could be. Woohoo! Annette, what is going on, sister? How you doing? And where's Captain Squinty tonight?
KK7AYJ to net control. He is probably wrapping up his daily chores that take him longer because he can't see very. He can see and he's getting better, but he's only 1 week into the second eye, so another couple weeks. But he's around. He'll hop on soon.
Tell him no heavy lifting or jumping around. He can very easily get pigment dislocation, or pigment something. I forget what it's called. Is it pigment dislocation? Yeah, he's got to be very, very careful right now. Alrighty, let's see. Any other check-ins? Check-ins, check-ins. Come one, come all. Everybody's welcome. We are taking early bird check-ins. This is the early bird portion of the net, and we are taking early bird check-ins. We only got 8 more minutes left, so get yourself on the early bird list. Alright, nothing heard. I am going to fill in this net logger just to catch up with some things over here. And let's see. AC2AE with the FusionNet. Just if anybody else is out there for early bird check-in, just let me know. Alright, once again, this is the FusionNet, and I am AC2AE, your net control operator for this evening. The net will begin in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. All stations remain on the side unless you want to check in for the early bird portion of the check-ins. All right, less than a minute to go, everybody, and we will be starting this shindig. Woohoo! Looking forward to starting tonight, guys. I gotta tell you, and I've got some interesting traffic for you. If Captain Squinty doesn't show up until at first, but we've got some new additions to the website, and we are even going to try and stretch it a little bit further. The guys don't even know it. It's something I've been working on the last day or so, but been trying to get some posting up there so we could post with one another. So we're trying to get it up there. By by no means am I a programmer of any sorts, so I'm going to have to resort to going to the experts for some help. So there's that. All right, let me let this drop. All righty, good evening. This is the FusionNet, and I am AC280, your net control operator for this evening. This net meets every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, unless otherwise noted, and you do not have to be a member to check in. But we urge you to please to consider joining. How do you join, you ask? Very simple. Check in 10 times in a row, and at your 10th check-in, please tell us if your email address and your email address is up to date on your QRZ page, and if not, please let us know by sending us an email at fusion@thefusionnet.org. With membership, you'll have access to all the exclusive content on our website, and it is that simple, everybody. All right, this is a directed net. All traffic must go through the net control operator. In that case, it is me for tonight, AC2AE. So in order to check into this net, please switch off your AMS, which stands for Automatic Mode Select, and go to your DN mode, which stands for Digital Narrow. Use your press to talk button, pause for a moment, and then transmit your call sign, your name, your location, your temperature, your local outside temperature, and traffic if you have any traffic for the net. At this time, we are calling for all mobile, short on time, or in and out stations only who'd like to check into the net. Once again, we are calling for mobile, short on time, or in and out stations who'd like to check into the FusionNet. All right. Once again, we're going to call for some mobile, short on time, or in and out stations, just in case they are driving in heavy traffic or rain or something, and they couldn't quite grab the mic at the time. So we're calling for mobile, short on time, or in and out stations to check into the FusionNet. Come now. Alrighty, with nothing heard, we are now calling for any and all stations who'd like to check into the FusionNet. We're calling for any and all stations who'd like to check into the FusionNet. This is radio station Alpha Charlie 2 Alpha Echo Joe in Gravesend, Brooklyn, New York with the FusionNet, and we are calling for any and all stations who'd like to check into the FusionNet.
Kilo 2, Charlie Victor Delta. Hi, Joe. Hi, everybody. It's Chris on the Upper West Side. We have 80 degrees, and I have just a little bit of traffic.
All right, Chris, welcome aboard, brother. The ambassador to the FusionNet himself. Chris, K2CVD. Oh, the Upper West Side. All right, and they got you down for traffic. Any other check-ins? Any other check-ins? Check-ins. Come one, come all. Everybody's welcome, and you do not have to be a member.
Alpha Golf 7 Whiskey Quebec, Wesley in Coolidge, Arizona, where the local temperature is 97 degrees. No traffic.
All right, Wesley, we got you on board. Alpha Golf 7 Whiskey Quebec. We got you in there with 97 degrees. So far, oh, no. What? Oh, yeah. Wait a second. Just checking the records here. Oh, yeah. There's nobody beats that 97 degrees. You're gonna get the, hottest, you're gonna get the Heat Miser Award. Woohoo! All right, let's see. Any other check-ins? Check-ins. Come one, come all. Everybody's welcome, and you do not have to be a member. With all this warm weather out, I don't blame you guys. Probably sitting out patios, a nice little citronella candle lit, sipping back a root beer or an iced tea. Either way, can't blame you guys tonight. So we might have a light net again tonight. Not a net, but a net. We don't want to confuse that with our sister in amateur radio. So I'll give another call for check-ins. Wait a minute, maybe I got this bill away. Maybe this one will bring Rusty out. Here, checking. Here, checking. Oh my, Captain Squinty's getting a little upset there. Where is he? Let's see. I tried checking in 7 times. Answer me, goddammit. All right, I'll check. Yep. All right. We're gonna do a specific call for none other than Pilot Dave himself, otherwise known as Captain Squinty Eye. Dave, N7MKY, pick it up, brother.
All right. 1 rhinoceros. 2 rhinoceros. 3 rhinoceros. 4 coming through. So I can get my mouth. Check in. Please, 90 degrees. Point. Traffic.
All right, Dave, we heard most of what you had in the beginning, but then you kind of started having some packet loss over there. And I didn't quite get the temperature. I got you down for traffic, but I'll put a question mark, or I'll just put a cross on that. So what's your local outside? Well, I guess it should be the same as the Nets. So I'm gonna put you down as 94. 94. See? Look at that. And no traffic. All right, so we got Dave in there, Boise, N7MKY, no traffic, 94 degrees. Awesome, brother. Good to have you in. Yeah, good to have you in there, man. Wait a minute, you sure you got no traffic? You don't want to mention the new web page that we have on the website? it's all me. I get to have all the fun. Alrighty. Yes, guys. Dave is not feeling well, guys. He had some eye surgery and he is recuperating. So he's taking a break. Awesome, man. All right, Dave. Good to have you in here, man. Awesome. Dave, I got to talk to you because I got another page I want to throw up there. You might see the draft in there if you take a look. I think I named it the FusionNet Reg Chill, something like that. So you might want to take a look at it. I'm having trouble just making some adjustments on there. I'll explain it to you at another time. But in the meantime, everybody, this is Alpha Charlie 2 Alpha Echo with the FusionNet, and we are taking check-ins. Check-ins. Everybody's welcome, and you do not have to be a member. Matter of fact, we encourage you all to join us. All right, with 13 check-ins tonight, guys, I guess we're going to just move along to traffic. We got some traffic here. I'll go last with my traffic. But first up on the page is none other than the hide-and-go-seek champion of 1995, Jay, out KD2 LRX, out in Great Neck, Long Island. Jason, what's going on, my brother? How you doing? What you doing? I know you're updating some sort of a computer. And what is your traffic for the net tonight, brother?
KD2LRX. What's going on, Joe? Hey, everybody on the net. I have been looking forward to this net all day today, and actually yesterday and the day before that. I'm glad that it is happening, that we have the best of the best hosting it tonight, Joey C2AE. And just want to quickly plug the fact that we have the FusionNet.org. Of course, as you all know, go over to that website, check out the latest stats, who had the warmest and coldest temperature of the night, find out who checked in and from where. We usually update that page on Friday evenings, so definitely look out for that tomorrow to see who checked into the net this evening. Also, great place to check out some really cool FusionNet gear and FusionNet merchandise to support your favorite net. Let me let this drop. And don't forget, 10 check-ins in a row gets you full access to that website because you become an official member of the FusionNet. On personal traffic, I will tell you, things are going well. Had a pretty good work week. Except my eye has been killing me. As Joe knows, I get these really bad styes and really bad eye pain as a result, and you know all the goodies that come along with that. And it is back effective this past, I think, Sunday or Monday, and it's going full force. So I am doing the teabag thing. Yes, Steve, that's right, the teabag thing with black tea or green tea on my eye. I'm also updating a computer in the other room, an old PC that doesn't seem to be getting Wi-Fi. And I think it might be because of a Windows update, so I have it plugged into Ethernet right now. We have a great question lined up for you all tonight. We're really excited to share it with you in just a few minutes. I don't know if Joe even saw this. I came up with a great question for a future net that I shared in our little net control webpage or net control email. I'm really excited about that one coming up. So we've got a lot of cool stuff planned for you all. So sit back, relax, have your iced tea, your root beer. I love root beer. Have your beer, whatever you want to do. This is your night to sit back, unwind, relax, and enjoy a night full of friends and FusionNet. Back to net control.
All right, Jay, awesome, man, awesome. All right, before I go any further, so I don't forget now, guys, we are starting a amateur radio Bible fellowship. It is actually, we're going to start it on Monday, the 5th of September. So Monday, the 5th of September, guys, between 8 and 9 o'clock. If you're interested in the amateur radio, let me get it correct first. Hold on. Let me make this absolutely correct. I'm not giving you guys the wrong information. Awesome. Okay, hold on. Alrighty. Alright, let's put it this way. Okay. Alright. It is the Amateur Radio Brothers in Christ Bible Fellowship. So, Monday, September 5th, between the hours of 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Bring out your little pocket calculators. Do we even do pocket calculators anymore? Everybody's got a cell phone now, so use your cell phone to calculate the time in your local area. Everybody is welcome. Everybody is welcome, guys. We are going to have a fantastic time. We're going to just work the Lord and just have a great old time, share some scriptures, share some testimonies, and see how it goes, guys. So once again, check out the Amateur Radio Brothers in Christ Bible Fellowship. All right, and another thing, if you guys are on Facebook, it does have a Facebook group, so there is a Facebook page. If you are on Facebook, guys, check out another group. It's called Radio Banter. That's BANTER. That's put out there by another good friend of ours who also frequents this net. He just has lost his connection in the meantime, but he will be back on. So Toby will be back on, and it's called Radio Banter. And while you're out of Facebook, guys, don't forget to check out the FusionNet itself. Because we are on Facebook as well. And as Jay mentioned, we also have our Facebook page, and we'll be putting the links to every single one of them there. Alrighty, let's see. What am I forgetting? Jay mentioned the merchandise. We do have some merchandise if you want to get yourself. Oh, you know what? Let me let this drop. I'm running out of sand. Let's see. Is the sand almost? Come on. Alright, I'm going to flip it over anyway. Alright, so if you guys want to get yourself a really nice looking shirt to sport around and support the FusionNet, you can order your very own FusionNet shirt. We have many different styles. Just go to the FusionNet.org, go to merchandise. In the upper right hand corner of the menu, you'll see merchandise. Click on the link, and that'll take you directly to the Lost Sheep Designs website, and you can purchase your very own FusionNet t-shirt, whatever style you like. So get out there, guys, and show your support, show your love for the FusionNet, and you will be helping to maintain the websites, the repeater. Oh, I almost forgot about the repeater. I got to tell you guys about the repeater. I visited a website. I visited a repeater site the other day, and I really had hopes, but when I saw the building and saw how low it was and how high all the other buildings were around it, I just didn't think it would be a very good candidate. But there is another option we have, hopefully, out in Toad Hill in Staten Island. And if I could get to the powers that be of that tower, we'll be in rocking business because it is an ideal location. I don't know how much it's going to cost, if it's going to cost anything at all. But I heard that some of these places could get a little pricey. My motto is, if it's for free, it's for me. So just trying to get in there, try and get a location for free. We want to get something close to the shore so we know we can get some distance. And that's about it for the repeater, guys. All right, let me let this drop. All right. Also, guys, we are forever building the FusionNet's website, and it's thefusionnet.org. We're always adding some new pages, topics of interest, And just want to remind you guys that there is a new page out there, and you'd think I would have remembered the name of it, but it just went up today, guys. I urge you to check it out. I have watched these videos before, and they are absolutely amazing. There is a series on the History Channel called the Tesla Files. We have all 15 videos up there ready for you to watch. They are very, very interesting, man. Tesla was definitely a man before his time. It is said that he has invented the first cell phone, amongst so many other things, and how other inventors had tried to stop him. So, guys, go check out the Tesla Files on the FusionNet.org, I believe it's in the menu. I think I put it in there just today, just a little while ago. If not, it will definitely be up there tomorrow. Also, everybody, we are looking to start the Fusion Reg Chew. So that as soon as I get the whole posting thing down, I'm learning every day. So as soon as we get it down, you'll be able to post a message on a message board, and everybody from the FusionNet that is a member will be able to answer you and talk to you. So if you have any questions, problems, and we can answer those questions for you, we will be happy to answer them for you. If we do not know the answers, we will source the proper people to answer them for you, to get those answers done. It's going to be a great utility in the FusionNet's arsenal. So check out the Fusion Reg 2. It's not posted yet. The page is up, but it is not posted just yet, guys. So you got to give us a little time. Maybe over the weekend we'll get this up and running. And we are even going to attempt to do some QSL cards. So we're going to do electronic QSL cards. The idea came from K2CVD. So just look forward for all this new stuff that, guys, we're always trying to do. We're always trying to make this better and more interesting for everybody out here. So with that being said, I'm going to let this drop again. So I ran out of sand already. So am I timed out? No. Oh, that's what I get for flipping it early. All right. All right. Now, continue on with the traffic. And we are going to go over to Mike in Kelso, not Mike Kelso, but Mike in Kelso, KB6DHR. Mike, what is going on, brother? How the heck are you? And what's your traffic for tonight? All right, maybe he stepped away from the radio or having some kind of technical difficulties. KB6, Delta Hotel Romeo, Mike, out in Kelso. What's going on, my brother? Are you there with us? All right, nothing heard. I guess we'll have to come back to Mike in a little bit. But also, guys, to remind you too, we do have a link on YouTube as well. So go check out our YouTube link. It's also on our FusionNet website. It's also on our Facebook page as well. I'm getting a little tongue-tied here. I'm forgetting what I'm saying. So definitely go check out our YouTube site. So if you miss anything tonight, you can always go back and listen to it again and again and again and again and again and again. All right, this brings us down to Cape Coral, Florida. Chris, I didn't quite hear if you had traffic or not, so I got a little question mark next to your name. So KB2 IDX, any traffic for the net tonight?
Not really, but I can tell you, our two friends with eye issues. I was in the eyeglass business for 33 years. Um, and first of all, I've also had cataract surgery. The cataract surgery itself was a piece of cake, but afterwards it's a little tedious with the eye drops, and sometimes you get miserable. But for Jason, that's nothing to monkey around with. Hopefully you made an appointment with a doctor, or at least call them and see what they say. That's an infection, and it can really hurt you. So make sure you get that checked out. Other than that, nothing more from here. It's a balmy evening. Dropped down a degree in temperature. It's now 83 from 84. AC2AE. This is Chris, KB2IDX in Cape Coral, Florida.
All right, awesome, Chris, awesome. You know, I told them when they were sharing that bong not to share their eye drops, but they don't listen to AC280. Woohoo! Of course, when they were both down at Fleet Week. Woohoo! Oh boy, I know I'm going to feel repercussions from that one. All right, let's see. Who's next up on our list? None other than the House meteorologist, Howard, KD2, MSU. Howard over in Coney Island. Take it up, brother. What's your meteorologist report for us today?
Okie doke. Let's see, what do we have here? The hurricane season remains asleep, but there should be action in the Gulf of Mexico, maybe September 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, in that time frame. And possibly some of that rain will move up the East Coast, September 6th, 7th, as a possibility. It's very quiet. It's like 2 months since they had a named storm. Okay, and as for the local weather, we're in a bit of a drought here in the Northeast. New York City is level 1 drought. Nothing to be too concerned about. If we did get flooding rains, heavy rain, it would probably cause a flood. Because when the ground is dry, it doesn't disappear quickly. Precipitation won't disappear right into the ground. It will flood the area. Let's see. This weekend, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, probably 85. Give or take a few degrees. Tomorrow, they're claiming it's going to rain. I don't think it is, but there'll be clouds in the afternoon, evening, and Saturday and Sunday. I don't think it's going to rain for a few days here. So this dry weather continues, and you might have to start cheering for hurricane. At any rate, they had record rainfall in Dallas, about 12 inches, calling it a 1 in 1,000 year event, which seems to be happening much more often than 1 in 1,000 years. So that's about it. Everyone enjoy the weekend, and holiday weekend coming up. Could be some action in the Gulf. That's all I can say so far. This is Killer Delta 2, Mike Sierra Uniform, back to their control.
Awesome. You know, Howard, just listening to that, you know, I like the information that comes along with the meteorologist report. Maybe sometimes you could email me a website or something where I can look up that, well, either look up that information and put it on your webpage for the hottest and coldest temperatures. The heat miser and snow miser would. We could put it a little bit further down and have everybody have access to it. With that being said, the text, the net control operator text messaging on the side is going wild. We got Captain Squinty who's calling Jay Lucy in the Sky with diamonds, and I don't know who wrote this, but it says Jay is Captain Teabag. Oh man, maybe we should start putting this on the website. All the behind the scenes with the net control operators. Oh boy, these guys are funny, man. Funny. Funny how? Funny like a clown? Like I'm here to amuse you? Does this look infected? Oh boy. Oh boy. Guys, that is the text messaging. That what you hear is that bosun whistle. That is my Star Trek text messaging. They're going crazy. But with that being said, we're gonna move on over to our next. I'm gonna have to shut that off. Oh, Rob, help me, Rob. Rob, you're up next. KE0MIZ. Pick it up.
Right on, Joe. Good evening, everybody. This is Kilo Echo Zero Mike India Zulu Rob in Wellington, Colorado. And I'm going to tell you about the SkyHub link. The SkyHubLink.com is based in Denver, Colorado. The N2SKY, or the SkyHub link, is an all-mode linking system that provides communication bridges between many amateur radio repeater networks, both analog and digital. You'll find multiple ways to get into the SkyHub Link repeater linking system by going to the SkyHubLink.com. That's SkyHubLink.com, all one word, and click on the Connections tab. Yeah, they got a big old map in there. We'll show you how everything is put together. It's pretty cool. Go check it out. If you're looking for nets to join, go to the SkyHubLink.com/nets page and check out our nets that we have listed over there. We've got nets that occur every night of the week out here. And we got our weather net that we talk about the weather every day except Sundays at 1 o'clock Mountain Time. So anyway, that's it, man. That's the SkyHubLink.com out of Denver, Colorado. N2SKY, check it out. This is K0MIZ. Back to net control. Thanks, Joe.
The SkyHub link, guys. Definitely go check out the SkyHub link, SkyHubLink.com. I actually visited that website a little bit earlier this week. I was on that site, or I say on that chat room, or whatever they call it these days, the YSF room. But yeah, definitely go check it out. It's definitely worth to be out there on there, and it's awesome. I gotta just say, it is pretty awesome net. All right, guys, this is probably the moment most of you have all been waiting for. It is time for our one and only comedic relief. It is Cigarette Annette out in Boise, Idaho, which is Kilo 7 Alpha Yankee Juliet. Cigarette Annette, take it up. Okay, Cigarette Annette might be putting eye drops into Captain Squinty Eyes over there. Let's see. How about it, Annette? KK7AYJ. Are you still out there? All right, no worries. We'll come back to her. We'll save the best for last. All right, next up is K2 CVD. Chris, Wait a minute. I thought you said maybe you didn't have traffic or you do have it. You know what? I don't know. I'm feeling a little nutty tonight. So, Chris, pick it up, brother. Any traffic for the net tonight?
Hi, Joe, and everybody on the net. K2CBD, Chris on the other side. Yeah, I have traffic, just a little bit, and my temperature was 80 degrees. Just two quick things. Last month for my birthday, my lovely wife got me the Open Spot 4, and for a Pro, I should say. And recently, I had a little problem with it, so I wrote to the company. I would think I might have had to turn it in for repair, but Norbert, the guy who developed this, got back to me right away. So they have great service, and the thing is working pretty well. I hope you can. I'm using it now, so I hope you can hear me. And the other thing is, if you use the Brandmeister Manager on a hotspot or OpenSpot or something, you're going to need a new API number or API key. You get that off of your profile page, I think, on Brandmeister, because they're updating that for some reason that I don't understand. But in a couple of months, the one you're using now is going to be obsolete. So that's what I got for that right now. Thanks for picking me up, Joe. Kilo 2, Charlie Victor Delta, back to net control.
All right. Chris, awesome, man. Awesome. And we don't use that B word here on the FusionNet. Nah, just a long story. It's an old story. But we kind of have a little. When we hear, well, I should say not we, because not all of us, but when Jason and I hear the name, it almost hurts me to say it, Brandmeister. Oh, we kind of cringe a little bit. It's a long story, but coincidentally, I saved all the posts because I was very offended at the time. So I saved it as I don't know, I guess evidence, and so we might just post them one day and ask for general uh, opinion on whether they were not nice to us or not. Okay, so it's a whole joke. Guess the XLX369 is having issues. Well, I hear myself and I see myself transmitting through it right now. So you should maybe reboot your hotspot or whatever you're using for the 369. The 369 is pretty much bulletproof, guys. So it's usually the hotspots going into it. We've come to that conclusion about 2 years ago when people were relentlessly saying it was the XLX. But through working it out and working with other modes, we found out that it was 99% of the hotspot use and their connection, especially if it was a Pi-Star unit. So just check your units, and we'll see that Chris was the last one with traffic. We'll come back up the list backwards, and we'll come to KK7AYJ and see what her traffic is. So, KK7AYJ, if you are ready, we are ready for your comedic relief.
Take 7A1J, take here.
Yes, we do have a copy on you, but there is a bit of packet loss right there. Is the hotspot that you're using wireless by any chance? Huh. I don't know. I'm almost. This is almost like signature issues with Pi-Star, and I'm gonna say it's Pi-Star and a wireless Pi-Star at that, because that is just common for that. But who knows? I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. All right, let's go back on over to Mike over in Kelso and see if if he's with us or if he's out of here. So KB6 Delta Hotel Romeo, come on back again. See if you got any traffic to the net tonight.
Yeah, hello, Joe and everybody. Not really traffic per se. I kind of wanted to make a comment about the trivia last week. Because at one point when you were doing the trivia, you said, well, you can all find the answers on the website. And I was kind of under the impression that when you're doing trivia, you're not supposed to use Google. You're not supposed to look it up. You're supposed to use your brain. Because technically looking it up is cheating. But like they say in wrestling, win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat. Back to you, Joe.
Well, I am in 100% agreement with you with that for sure. And just to let you know, that was just, the answers are there. I pulled all the questions from there. Well, I shouldn't say all of them. There was like one or two that you had to be actually listening to our net, and then you'd be able to hear like the 1995 Hide and Go Seek champion. That's just something we say every week or almost every week on the FusionNet. But I agree with you 100% with that. No cheating, no cheating, no looking up on Google, no looking up on the website. But that was just to see if you guys were all paying attention. All right, I saw another call sign came up there. What is it? Oh, my pen. Oh, no. Okay. Let's see. KB2NGU. Is that you out there, Phil? Yeah, I know I heard a Phil out there. Let me see. Let me see if that's him. Let's see. We're going to check this right now. No, maybe not. Let's see. All right, yeah, that seemed like it was him. All right, how about you, KB2NGU? Phil, you want to check in tonight? All right, nothing heard. But guys, just to let you know, KB2NGU, he is a local repeater owner over here and a good personal friend of myself. So we'll keep an ear out for him. All right, let's try this one more time with Cigarette and Net. KK7AYJ, come on in.
This is KK7AYJ to Net Control. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, that last transmission was crystal clear. I don't know. Crystals are usually not so clear. Sometimes you can see like a prism in them. So I don't know why crystal clear, but you're definitely clear enough.
So 3 trees and a woodpecker is tonight's short story. 2 tall trees, a birch and a beech, are growing in the woods. A small tree begins to grow between them. And the beech says to the birch, "Is this a son of a beech or son of a birch?" The birch says he cannot tell, but just then a woodpecker lands on the sapling. The birch says, Woodpecker, you are a tree expert. Can you tell us if that is the son of a beech or son of a birch? The woodpecker takes a taste of the small tree and replies, it is neither a son of a beech nor a son of a birch. However, it is the best piece of ash I have ever poked my pecker into.
Oh, whoa! See what is that? KK7AYJ. This is a family channel here. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm gonna steal one. I'm not gonna tell it at church, but I'm gonna definitely tell some other people that. You know, I gotta say that definitely reminds me. I can't remember who the comedian was, but it was maybe a year or so, or maybe 2 years after Rock Hudson had passed away, and then Sammy Davis Jr. had passed away, and the jokes, man, just came out like crazy. But here it goes. What did Sammy Davis Jr. say to Rock Hudson when he went up to heaven? Nobody. He said, whether you smoke 'em or poke 'em, Rock, those butts will kill you. We gotta get a little going here. All right. And that was an awesome joke, man. Can't wait to put that up on the website. And yeah, I have to tell my wife that one. She's gonna say, "Oh, you're disgusting." Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, listen, it is 9:46. It's been about a half an hour since we've taken any check-in. So this is radio station Alpha Charlie 2 Alpha Echo, Joe in Gravesend, Brooklyn, New York, and this is the FusionNet, and we are looking for check-ins. Check-ins. Everybody's welcome, and you do not have to be a member. Oh well, I'm making a list. I'm checking it twice. I'm gonna see who's been here or not. So far, we got Andy, N2HUB. We got Rusty on the list. That's it. We're gonna make a milk carton page. So if you guys miss more than one or two nets, and you become MIA, you're gonna go up on a milk carton. Oh boy, and trust me, we do that. You should have seen the search party we had out for Rusty last year. Alrighty, guys. If you can think of anybody else who's not here tonight, we're going to put them on the list and get a milk carton out with their picture and contact information. Alright, let's see. Who else is out here tonight? This is Alpha Charlie 2 Alpha Echo with the FusionNet, and we're looking for check-ins. Check-ins. Everybody's welcome, and you do not have to be a member. Alright, this is going to be FusionNet Light tonight. Woohoo! Wow. All right, guys, I guess it's time for the question of the evening. We've done all of our traffic, and time to go to the question of the evening. I don't know if we're going to make this to 11 o'clock tonight, but here we go. On amateur radio, remember, guys, on amateur radio, are you more of a listener or a talker? That's once again, and that's right, my Brooklyn accent is talker, not talker, talker. So, on amateur radio, are you more of a listener or more of a talker? All right, first up on the list is the creator of the question who brings us to us tonight, Jay, KD2 LRX. Jay, pick it on up, brother.
KD2 LRX. Good question tonight, Joe. So when I started in the hobby, I couldn't wait to hit my press to talk. I couldn't wait to get on the air and be one of those voices that I heard when I used to scan around on a scanner. And you couldn't stop me from talking. Even people I didn't know, I would just kind of jump in and be like, KD2 LRX, I'm new to amateur radio, and so on and so forth, and introduce myself. These days, I tend to be more of a listener. I tend to, and this is probably a bad thing, I tend to only talk to people I mostly know on amateur radio. But I love to scan around the band and see who's out there, see what they're talking about. From time to time, I will jump in if they're talking about something I do know about, or I have input, or I have a say about it. As is my right, as is every one of our rights. But for the most part, I am a listener these days. So there's my answer: KD2 LRX, WC2AE.
Jay, I know when you first got your ticket, you were very enthusiastic. Matter of fact, that's how I met Jay many years ago. Wow, so you can't believe it. It's like 6, almost 7 years ago that I met Jay. Wow, time is sure flying, man. I used to come out on the radio. I used to be out here, and I'd be hearing this guy throwing his call sign out, and he would always be outside of his home. He'd be walking around with an HT somewhere in Great Neck, next to this big shiny building that had a parking lot behind it. He'd always be sitting on a bench or something like that. And I just said to him one day, I was like, man, you got to get a mobile radio. I said, you got to get a power supply, an antenna. I said, you got to start moving up from these HTs. Now, for those who don't know Jay, take a look on his QRZ page. I think the picture is still up there. On his desk, he has got a platoon of HTs. I mean, this guy has got almost every HT out there, in duplicates and whatever. And the HTs actually fight with each other. They want to be used, so they knock over the other HTs so they can be used. So you got to check that out. Go to his QRZ page, KD2LRX on QRZ, and go check out his page and look at all those HTs he's got. It's an incredible amount. Ooh. Anything before I move? Anything else, Jay? Before I move on?
Oh yeah. Yep. I definitely have quite a slew of HTs. In fact, this week I've been kind of thinking about ones that I haven't really used in some time that I'm going to start playing around with again. One of them is one of my P25 radios. I'm definitely going to get that going. And yeah, I used to hang outside every single night and go right across the street at this building, this office building across the street from my apartment complex, and sit on their benches. And I used to sit on their benches up until the point where this wackadoo doorman in their building came outside and started screaming at me, saying, calling the cops, calling the cops. And I'm like, call the cops, I'm not doing anything. I guess I'm trespassing technically, but you think the cops are really going to care if I'm just sitting there minding my business, just talking on my radios? But whatever. Then I got the mobile radio, and yeah, I still have my HTs. I love my HTs. Even if I'm not using them, I love to look at them. So they do definitely get a lot of use though still. So KD2 LRX, back to now.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Oh boy, oh boy. You know, that is the male version of a Karen. I know they have a name for the male versions of Karens. I just can't think of it right now. But awesome answer, Jay. I got you down as a listener. All right. Let's see. Next up on the list is Mike out in Kelso, KV6 Delta Hotel Romeo. Mike, on amateur radio, are you more of a listener or a talker?
Probably about 50-50 with me. I've got um, multiple radios in here. I've got my 11-meter radio that's turned on, my 7900 which scans all the local analog channels here, or analog frequencies, I should say, my FTM 400, which is the room. I usually hang out in this room that's up in Concord every day. The FT 450 is on a 6-meter repeater local here. So I listen and I talk. I do both. I can't say that I do one more than the other. That's why I say 50-50. Back to you, Joe.
All right. So we're going to get you down as 50-50, half and half. That's it. 50-50 for you. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, man. But I've got an antenna situation going on here now. My antennas are down, so I'm not even a listener at this point. I'm transmitting into a couple of dummy loads here. All right, let's see. Let's see. Who's up next here? We got Chris down in Cape Coral, Florida. Chris, what's going on, my brother? How you doing? KB2 IDX on amateur radio. Are you more of a listener or a talker?
Oh, I can easily tell you that I am much more of a listener than a talker. 80% listen, 20% talk. I probably would talk a little more if I could get an antenna in my apartment for my HF rig, but can't do that right now. And a lot of that is because when I got my ticket back in the late 80s and on into the early 90s, that's the way most people were. The average ham was 80% listen and 20% talk. I don't think it's the same thing now. I think there's a lot more folks talking. And I've got it all covered from scanners to HF with almost all the ham bands in between, and I listen around a lot. And that's about it. KB2IDX, back to net.
Yeah, I know the woes of living in an apartment and having antennas. When I was first licensed myself, I never really even thought to ask if I could put up an antenna on the roof until maybe about a year or so, maybe a year and a half after I was an operator. So I was stuck pretty much to HTs, but I knew that when I was getting my ham license that I wanted to talk strictly on HF. So what I would do was with a PVC pipe, I used to throw a wire over my fire escape. I'm on the 4th floor, which is technically the 5th floor because the 1st floor is maintenance thing here. So, but I used to throw a wire over my fire escape, and with a tuner, I used to tune into the world of HF, especially at nighttime. And it wasn't really until I was able to put antennas up on the roof that my HF experience really, really exploded. When I first got into this, I wanted nothing to do with VHF or UHF whatsoever. So that's where I was. But, I never realized how much fun you could have on VHF. I'm still a little estranged from UHF, but the whole VHF band, man, you haven't lived until you have tried VHF 2-meter sideband. It is absolutely incredible. Probably one of my favorite modes out there. I'm going to say definitely one of my favorite modes out there for sure. All right, let's see. Dennis, N5, DWR, out in Spring, Texas, brother. What is going on, my friend? And on amateur radio, are you more of a listener or a talker?
Definitely more of a listener, Joe. But I'm leaning towards doing a little bit more talking. But right now my antenna's down for my HF, and I'm just waiting for the heat to kind of go away so I can get out there and do some repairs. But it's pretty tricky here because of the HOA. And I'm kind of more like in my HTs. I've got about 7 of them now. I don't know, something just intriguing about them that I go on Amazon or something. I see the latest newest HT out there. Or I get on the websites and see them, and I get the itch to buy one. And I've actually started on GMRS. I got my GMRS license, and it's not real popular around here yet, but it is growing. So I thought I'd maybe get in on the ground floor of that. Kind of listening in to people in the malls and stuff. They're all on FRS, so this will pick that up too. But I'm definitely more of a listener than a talker. So with that said, I'll send it back to you. N5, DWR.
All right, we got you down as a listener. You know, you made me think when I was younger, before I was a ham radio operator, when I was still a mischievous person. I was one time in a Walmart, and I saw one of the radios that they use just sitting on a box and nobody next to it or near it. So I took it. I didn't steal it. I didn't take it out of the store. But I walked around the store making calls on the HT, calling people. They were asking me for it back. I was telling them to meet me in aisle 19, and I wouldn't be anywhere near aisle 19. So I got to kind of torture and abuse them for a little while. So, but you know, I don't do that anymore. But when I go into like a Best Buy, or if I go into a Walmart or a Target, and I see them with those little HTs, I'm like, oh man, you don't know the havoc I used to wreak on you guys. Oh man, oh man. I'm sure you guys didn't want to hear that, but all right, let's see. Next up is Howard, KD2 MSU. Howard, what's going on, my brother? Howard, on amateur radio, are you more of a listener or a talker?
Well, I think I started off more as a talker when I got the hotspot. I forgot about 5,000 hookups, but most of that is very early on, around 2017, 2018, 2019, when I got the license. And I used to make a lot of contacts on 10 meters. I caught the tail end of the last sunspot cycle. But nowadays, I basically listen. I find that if you're going to have a complicated conversation, there's going to be a lot of dropouts because we don't even know what you said. So it's actually easier one-on-one on the HT if you have a decent connection with someone. but it's a little risky giving complicated dissertations on the hotspots. Too much interference. So I became a listener more often than not. This Kilo Delta 2, Mike Sierra Uniform, back to net control. Slight dimension. I found back in July the Google map car went by, and I got my picture was taken because they pixelated out your face. But anyone wants to see me walking toward my building, you go to Sheepshead Road in West 6th Street on Google Maps, put the Pac-Man down there, you'll see a construction site. Go the other way under the train, and you'll see me walking home with 3 packages. It was like a 90-degree day. I didn't go to the beach. It was cloudy that day. It was about 90. I'm wearing a green shirt, light green bathing suit, and white sneakers. So we'll probably be up for about 2 years on that. Usually they update every 2 or 3 years, most locations. So it took them a month to put it up. I just noticed it the other day. Kilo Delta 2, Mike Sierra Uniform, back to their control.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me that if I look up on Google Maps Sheepshead Bay Road and West 6th Street, that I'm going to see you there blurred out?
It's Google Earth. Go to Google Earth. You know, where you can actually move on Google Maps. You just go down and you can look around. So go to Google Earth or download Google Earth and go to Sheepshead Bay Road, West 6th Street. For the out-of-towners that's in Brooklyn. And walk south under the train, away from the construction site. You'll see down at the end, just before my building, you'll see a person, so I'm the only one there, green, dark green shirt, light green bathing suit, white sneakers. I'm lugging 3 bags. It's about 90 degrees. I think it was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Kilo Delta 2, Mike Sierra Uniform, back to that control.
All right. So here we go. Zooming in right now to Sheepshead Bay Road and West 6th Street. Howard, we're fact checking. We're fact checking you. Oh my gosh, this is going to be hysterical. But wait a minute. I think. No. Wow. All right, guys. Go to Google Earth, type in West 6th Street and Sheepshead Bay Road. It's going to bring you to an intersection right next to the train station. And, well, you kind of pixelated there. So I'm going to say, all right, I believe you. I believe you. Oh, wow, that's pretty awesome, man. That's pretty awesome. And, you know, I just seen the Google Earth truck or the Google thing, whatever it is, the GPS thing, just a few days ago. I do Uber deliveries in the daytime, and I actually passed it a couple of times. So they might have a couple of different cars out there, but they're these little energy efficient cars with these humongous cameras on top, and they're recording in all directions at one time. Oh boy, Howard, that's a pretty interesting story, man. I'm glad you brought my attention to that. All right, guys, you know what? We're going to have to put Google Earth onto topics of interest and put Howard's picture out there now. All right, let's see. Who's next on the list? Next on the list is Tom, none other than Tom and Minot. KB0BSI. Tom, what's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. On amateur radio, are you more of a listener or a talker?
Yes, good evening, Joe and the group. The that's an interesting question. I've been working many years and moved to a different town, and uh, definitely a listener at this point because I have not had any equipment out of storage for like the last 20 years, and now that I'm retired, I'm looking for stuff to do. And don't you know? Well, I found out that there was from a guy at church. There was a ham radio group, and I checked them out, and they have coffee 4 times a week. So hey, that sounds like something to do. And right at this point, I'm not real familiar with all the call signs and stuff like that. I'm slowly picking that up. But anyway, as far as that goes, I've only got VHF and UHF set up right at the moment, and then I discovered the hotspot thing, DV Mega Hotspot, and that really broadened my horizons as far as meeting some really great guys on the FusionNet. Hi, hi. And anyway, that's about it for me.
All right, awesome, man, awesome. Yeah, you better watch out for those guys on the FusionNet. They seem a little strange to me. Awesome, man, awesome. And I gotta say, man, this is a pretty awesome net, man. And having all you guys here every week is even better. So, all right, let's see. Bruce Almighty is next, out in Australia. Victor Kilo 4, Echo Hotel Tango. Bruce, what is going on, brother? How are you? And on amateur radio, are you more of a listener or a talker?
AC2AE in the group. This is VK40HT. Definitely more of a listener. Yeah, I started off listening for a couple of years to amateur radio and other things, but I still do a lot of listening there, but I don't do too many CQing. But if someone just comes up and wants a test or something, I'll give a report. So apart from nets and things like that, yeah, and I also listen to the aircraft frequencies and the VHF ship frequencies there because we're near Moreton Bay and they're stone's throw from the water. There, or it's about 10 or 20 kilometres from the water, depending on where you are, or ferries in the river or something like that. So listen to those frequencies as well. So there you go. Back to net control AC for A2AE in the group, VK for EHT.
All right, we got a lot of listeners out here, guys. We got a lot of listeners out here tonight. Awesome, man. All right, next up is another good friend of mine, Rob, KE0MIZ. Rob, pick it up, brother. On amateur radio, are you more of a listener or a talker?
Well, good evening again, Joe. This is K0MIZ, and I think you hit the nail on the head here early on. Number one sandbagger right back at you. That's what they call me out here. I am a listener. a big listener, but when asked, sometimes I won't shut up. But anyway, yeah, I've got my radio tuned in through A frequency or A net pretty much 24 hours a day. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to listen to the nets coming out of Australia. Yeah, anyway, yeah, I'm a listener, big time. So you can put that down on the list. It looks like we've got a bunch of listeners out there this evening. So yeah, good net tonight, Joe. Thanks, man. K0MIZ, back to you.
Well, just thinking about the question of the evening tonight, we all have to be listeners. So, we can't talk unless we listen. So I guess it kind of falls into the category that we're all somewhat listeners. But, in the beginning, for me, I was very much involved to engage in conversation. Just wanted to get my call out there and talk with people. But I learned that by listening, that I would pick up the hobby more than just trying to flap my gums out there. So I guess sometimes you have to listen to learn. This is none other than KK7AYJ Cigarette Net. Listen Net, pick it up. And on amateur radio, are you more of a listener or a talker?
KK7AYJ. I'm definitely a listener. I have my radio on the weekends, my little handheld in the yard, but if I walk around the house any time of day, 24/7, David's got radios on in the garage, in the living room, and upstairs in his QTH, in the server room. So I hear the radio everywhere I go in this house. But I started listening on the weekends and really enjoy, the POTUS. And I might get on, well, I did learn to get on and respond, but I do like listening. Back to you.
Awesome, awesome. I gotta take a screenshot of this. I'm still stuck on Howard being on Google Earth. This is amazing. Let me see if I can zoom in on here. Yeah, well, that's definitely him, man. It fits the description. That's pretty awesome, man. Hey, hey, who's that lady with you, Howard? Looks like you got a lady with you with a short dress, high heels, makeup, and she's swinging a pocketbook.
I don't see anyone like that.
Like you're paying her $100 bill. I kid you, I kid you. Oh boy, oh boy. She's a lady. She's a lot lizard. No, Howard does not do that kind of stuff. All right. Enough of that. Enough of that. I'm going to get myself in trouble here. All right. K2, CVD, what's going on? How are you today? And on amateur radio, are you more of a listener or a talker? I think I know the answer to this one.
Okay, Joe. By the way, that was his sister. He was just helping her out with a little grocery money. So Howard was doing a good deed. Well, I think you guessed right. I'm going to go completely against the grain. I am a talker. I didn't get this license to listen. You can just listen by yourself if you don't have a license. And I love the digital modes. I don't have HF opportunity, but I love talking to people around the country, around the world, and especially Europe. So put me down as a talker. K2CVD, back to net control.
I knew that answer was coming. He didn't make ambassador of the FusionNet for nothing. All right, guys, we got 3 more people, but I am going to call briefly for some more check-ins. We've definitely passed that half-hour mark. So this is Alpha Charlie 2 Alpha Echo with the FusionNet, and we are looking for check-ins. Check-ins, check-ins. Everybody's welcome. Everybody can join. Net control. Net control, this is Matt, K2ACD in Long Beach, New York, where it's 78 degrees, no traffic. All right, here he is, the original ambassador to the FusionNet, Matt, K2ACD. Matt, welcome aboard, brother. Good to hear you out there. All right, let's see. Any other check-ins? Check-ins. Come on, come on. Even if you just want to get yourself on the list, you don't have to participate. All right, nothing heard. Wow, this is going to be a very short net tonight, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta stop saying guys. We do have a net out here, cigarette net, but she's awesome, so she's just like one of the guys. All right, Wesley out in Coolidge, you're up next. Alpha Golf 7, Whiskey Quebec. On amateur radio, are you more of a listener or a talker?
Well, I definitely fall into the listener camp. I'm a pretty low profile guy. And in fact, the people on this net have probably heard me talk more than most people in the world. So I definitely fall into the listener camp. I'm living in a rental right now. I used to live in the town of Florence, about 10 miles away. And that's where all the federal penitentiaries are in Arizona for Woodswood. But it was a great location for some of the linked repeater systems they have in Arizona. And some of those link systems will allow you to connect from California all the way to the west edge of Texas, for crying out loud. So truck drivers use them. There's a lot of traffic on both 2 meters and 70 centimeters 24 hours a day. So I always had radios on to monitor both 2 meters and 70 centimeters whenever I was away in my office, basically next to my computer. And now that I've moved to Coolidge, quite frankly, I'm kind of in a dark zone for radio contact. I can talk to one of the repeaters I used to connect with if I hang a J-pole out the second-story window, but otherwise I don't have much connection. I do have an end-fed dipole I can hang out in the backyard when the HOA's not looking, but I'm pretty much just a listener. So with that, I'll say back to net control, EG7WQ.
All right, I think I heard you correctly. You said that you live close to a penitentiary? Well, we've got Rikers Island over here, which is a prison, and we've got not too far from us in Rahway, New Jersey. There's another prison, but I have some friends that live up in Elmira, New York, and on one of the roads there are actual signs that say, do not pick up hitchhikers. I always was tempted to write underneath it in orange uniforms. But I gotta go check out Rahway to see if Rahway says that. Because Elmira's pretty far away. But do not pick up hitchhikers. All right, let's see. Next up on the list is none other than Captain Squinty and 7MKY. Dave, what's going on, my friend? On amateur radio, are you more of a talker? Are you more of a listener or a talker?
In 7MKY, if only I had the sound effect of a TV test pattern. Oh boy. I gotta tell you, I'm gonna be playing Sloopbug when we meet in person. All these name calling. Once upon a time, my father told me it's better to be silent and thought of as an idiot than to speak and remove all doubt. That being said, I'm a listener.
All right, I think the listeners have it tonight. But I gotta say, I honestly, most of you guys, I was correct. But I gotta say, just now, Dave kind of threw me for the loop. I thought he was gonna say he's a talker. But, all right, we got him down as a listener. Very good. Awesome, man. All right, so well, you know what? Two people kind of threw me for a loop tonight, I gotta say. It was definitely Dave and 7MKY and Mike out in Kelso, KV6DHR. He's 50-50. But, all right, let's see. I don't know if Phil was officially in here. So, KV2NGU, are you still with us? And do you want to answer tonight's question? On amateur radio, are you more of a listener or a talker? Nothing heard, so we're going to move right along to our ambassador, K2ACD, Matt. Matt, I don't know exactly where you are. I don't know if you're in Maine, if you're in Florida, if you're in Long Beach. Where are you tonight, Matt? And are you, on amateur radio, are you more of a listener or a talker? Now, I've got my ideas about this one too, but I don't know. I was wrong a couple of times before, so I could be wrong again. Matt, K2ACD, pick it up, brother.
All right. Good evening, Joe. Good evening, everybody on the net. Well, I would have to say that I am a listener lately, but definitely I'm a talker. And from the beginning, I've been a talker, and I will again be a talker. I've just been a listener lately. And Joe, just so you know, I had a couple of friends that went up the river over the years, and when you come from Sing Sing and you drive down, I'm trying to think what road that is. I think it's like Route 9. There's a whole bunch of signs that say that you just passed a major prison and don't pick up hitchhikers. So I don't know if that has anything to do with what's going on in New Jersey, but they definitely have that up by Sing Sing. And if you guys don't know, the term up the river comes from New York sending all their criminals to prison up at Sing Sing, which is right on the banks of the Hudson. All right, K2ACD, back over to net control.
Matt, that is one of the reasons why I love you so much, brother. You are just a plethora of information, man. Just like up the river and all that stuff. I just love those facts, man. I just love it. That's pretty awesome. I found out the other day what don't be going off half cocked means. And it's actually a Civil War terminology for the flintlock guns. On the flintlock guns, before they had caps, they used to put a little powder down the barrel, put their projectile ball down there, and then they used to shove a ramrod down there. And the trigger, or I should say the hammer, would be half cocked so you can put your gunpowder onto this little flash pan, and when you would do that, you would have to cock it all the way back so it would activate your trigger. So it was kind of like a halfway point, half cocked. So if you were in battle, you would need to remember to pull your trigger or to pull your hammer all the way back and not halfway. So the term came about, don't go out half cocked. I learned that in a little, I don't want to really say over the air because it wasn't 100% legit where I was. But let's just say there were a lot of weapons and a lot of people involved in a shooting area. Not shooting people, shooting targets, but it was not organized properly. But with that being said, I'm going to go for some check-ins one more time because that is the end of our session. So are there any check-ins? This is Alpha Charlie 2 Alpha Echo with the FusionNet, and we are looking for check-ins. Check-ins, check-ins. Come one, come all. Everybody's welcome. Oh boy, net control operators are naughty, naughty, naughty tonight. Ooh. It's a chicken. It's a chicken. Oh boy, oh boy. All right, that's it. They're fired. They're all fired. Those dirty-minded people. You dirty-minded people, you're all going to hell. All right, let's see. Any other check-ins? Check-ins for the FusionNet. We are looking for check-ins. I don't blame you if you wouldn't want to check into this net because these guys are all nuts. Oh, man. This is going to be an early net, man. We didn't even make it till 11 o'clock tonight. Only 15 check-ins. Well, technically 14 check-ins. Because I saw Phil key up, but I don't think he participated. But that's okay. We got him down on the list anyway. All right. Let's see. Anybody have any comments? Anything they'd like to discuss? FusionNet related? Anything else related? Any kind of discussions or anything with that matter? Come now.
K2 CVD to net control.
Chris, what is going on there? K2 CVD, AC2AE. Go ahead.
Okay, Joe, here are the stats for tonight so far. We have. I'll text them to you in just a minute. 5 time zones, 8 U.S. states, 1 Australian state, 2 countries, 2 continents, and 11 cities. And our average check-in for August was 18.5. K2 CVD, back to net control.
All right, I definitely missed something in between there. Of course, I guess I need to get a new cartridge for my my pen here. but I've got 5 time zones, 8 U.S. states, 1 Australian state, 2 countries, 2 continents, and I missed the last one. Can you just repeat the last one for me? And wait, did this just come through? Oh wait, let's see. Oh, we got it. Oh, cities. Yes. How many cities did we get?
Okay, Joe, we have 11 cities, and the average check-ins for August was 18.5. K2 CVD, back to net control.
All right, 18.5 on the average in 11 cities. Awesome, guys. All right, guys, I usually do update the site, after the net, but sometimes if it's not then, it'll definitely be by Friday evening for sure. So you can look up for all the updates tomorrow and check them all out, guys. All right, are there any other fusion-related topics or anything else anybody'd like to discuss here? Are there any questions or comments for or about tonight's net?
K2 CVD, I have another comment. Did you got a minute, Joe?
Absolutely. Go ahead, Chris. Take it over.
Okay, thanks, Joe. I don't know if any of you ever follow M0FXB on YouTube. It's fascinating. It's called Digital Ham Diary. He comes from Southern England. This week he reported that Kenwood is going to get back into the amateur radio community, the business, and they might have new radios, either at the end of this year or next year. I can't confirm that this is true, but I'm going to keep my eye out to see if I can learn something more. So I thought people who like Kenwood might like to know that. K2 CVD, back to net control.
Oh, that's actually very interesting. So wait, what was the call sign again? F0 what? And what was the name of the YouTube page?
Joe, the call sign is M0FXB. Mike 0 Foxtrot X-ray Bravo. And the name of the digital website, the YouTube website, I should say, is Digital Ham Radio Diary. He always has about maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 posts a day on different aspects of mostly digital radio. He tries out all kinds of radios, and he kind of keeps up to date with the latest and greatest news in the amateur radio. So he just reported that he saw that Kenwood is going to be coming out with new amateur radios. I think handheld and base stations. I'm not 100% sure, but there was one of the posts. I don't think it was today. It was yesterday or the day before. K2CVD, back to net control.
All right, that is actually very, very interesting. Awesome. All right, I just looked it up over here. Digital Ham Radio Diaries, M0FXB. I will definitely check that out. I didn't know. I did not know that they actually got out of making ham radios. When I last heard, was it a DMR radio or a D? I think they had gotten involved with D-Star or DMR as well. So, but that's actually pretty good news, man. I know a lot of Kenwood fans are going to be very happy about that. Just wonder what they're going to start charging for their radios. I think their last great radio had to be the Kenwood 2000. I think that was their one of their last great radios, all band, all mode. But what do I know? I'm a Yaesu guy. All right. Any other questions, comments on anything that we've discussed, heard, talked about tonight? Come now. All right. Maybe nothing heard. Hold on a second. Net control operators are going. Okay, the ICOM 905. What about the ICOM 905? I guess he's going to leave this one out and make it a mystery for me. But I'm going to have to look up the ICOM, see, 905. What's that? The ICOM 905. It's a nice looking radio. You got to say that. All right. Well, with nothing heard, guys, back to the script we go. All right. Let's see what the heat miser and the snow miser results are for tonight. Let's see. That's definitely the highest. The highest here and the lowest. Oh, that's definitely the lowest here. So let's see. Lowest. All right. So for the Heat Miser and Snow Miser award tonight, it goes to Wesley out in Coolidge, Arizona, with a high temperature of 97 degrees. So Alpha Golf 7 Whiskey Quebec, you got the Heat Miser award for tonight. And the Snow Miser award goes to Bruce Almighty out in Australia, Victor Kilo 4, Echo Hotel Tango, with 62 degrees. 62 degrees. All right, guys, we will definitely update the website. Oh, guys, and we did update also the warmest and coldest temperature. Go check it out. We put a little music and some more characters up there. Just was feeling a little goofy the other day and just thought we needed to spruce it up a little bit. So definitely go check out our website without a doubt. Oh boy, I keep on losing this page, man. Come on, where's it going? Here we go. Here it comes back right now. All right, very good. All right, with that being said, everybody, I guess it's time to call it a night. It's a little bit early, but with nothing else being said out here, I guess we'll have to just call it a night, man. All right, this is the weekly meeting of the FusionNet. I'm going to let this. All right, this is the weekly meeting of the FusionNet, where our mission is to have fun. And we also like help educate those individuals interested in learning about the amateur radio hobby and to continue building the fellowship of hams across the world. We host this net weekly on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, where participants pass traffic and comments, and we discuss all things amateur radio related with an emphasis on various digital modes and beyond. Each week, Net Control either presents either a question or a topic open for discussion, or we host a trivia night. That's my favorite, guys, where participants put their knowledge to the test on various amateur radio topics. So we encourage participants to email us with subjects that they would like to discuss on FusionNet to fusion at thefusionnet.org. Once again, that email to contact us is fusion at thefusionnet.org. Most of all, we want you to have fun. This is your net, and we want to make sure we are covering topics you want to discuss. So, how do you do that, guys? You just contact us at fusion at thefusionnet.org. We'll get your question up there, and we'll give all credit to where credit is due. No question is too simple or too complicated. The best way to put it out there is to put it out with the group to see who knows what. All right, so once again, go check us out on the FusionNet website, which is thefusionnet.org. Once again, our website is thefusionnet.org. Club members contribute their time and their money to provide all these services to the local amateur radio community, and we appreciate your support. At this time, we'll call for any late check-ins. Are there any late check-ins to the net? Come now.
This is Kilo Golf 0 Bravo Kilo. We have 69 degrees, and I guess it's probably too late for any traffic.
No. All right, we got two more in there, and we got, let's see, we got Kilo Golf 0 Bravo Kilo Rusty. We got Rusty out there. Russ, you came this close to going on a milk carton, guy. I already got your name on the list. You and Andy. Andy wasn't here last week, so N2HUB is going on a milk carton. You came this close to going on a milk carton tonight. And the other station we got in there, we got Victor Kilo 2, Delta Yankee. We got Rob out in Australia. Rob, we got you in there, brother. Good to have you aboard. Rob, just out of curiosity, what is your local outside temperature? Alpha Charlie 2 Alpha Echo over 2. Victor Kilo 2, Delta Yankee.
Yeah, VK2DY here. The outside temperature in Fahrenheit is 62. VK2DY.
All right, we have got a tie. We have got a tie for the coolest temperature for the Snow Miser Award. So for the lowest temperature, we have a tie. It's Victor Kilo 4 Echo Hotel Tango, Bruce Almighty, and we got Victor Kilo 2 Delta Yankee, Rob, both from the land down under. my two favorite Aussies. Awesome, guys. Good to have you in here. All right, at this point, any other late check-ins? Any other late check-ins for the net? Come on, come on. All righty, nothing heard, but I have a feeling our stats are going to change just a little bit. I think we got now two Australians. Wait, they might be from the same state. So, I don't know. We gotta refer to our statistician. Ah, here he is. Okay, we got 5 time zones. We got 9 U.S. states. We got 2 Australian states. We got 2 countries, 2 continents, 13 cities, and 17 check-ins, and 0 net control timeouts. And now that brought us up to an average of 19 for the month of August. Woohoo! We went up 0.5. That's awesome, man. Awesome. Alrighty, let's see. Let's go back to our trusty script over here. All right. Anybody else have any other comments? Anything they'd like to say before we wrap this net up tonight? All right, I guess I'm going to have to put some butter in my shoes and slide on out of here. But before I do that, I'd like to thank all the following stations for checking in and contributing to tonight's net. First up, we had J, KD2. Well, you know what? Let me say it phonetically, guys. I like to put myself to the test here. So first up, we got J, Kilo Delta 2, Lima Romeo X-Ray. Then we got Mike out in Kelso, Kilo Bravo 6, Delta Hotel Romeo. Then we got Chris out in Cape Coral, Florida. That's Kilo Bravo 2, India Delta X-Ray. Then, of course, we got my good friend Dennis out in Spring, Texas, November 5, Delta Whiskey Romeo. And also, wow, you guys are all my good friends. I gotta stop saying you're all my good friends. We got another good friend here, Howard out in Coney Island, Kilo Delta 2, Mike Sierra Uniform. Then we got Tom out in the Note, Kilo Bravo 0, Bravo Sierra India. Then Bruce Almighty out in Australia, Victor Kilo 4, Echo Hotel Tango. Then we got Rob out in Colorado, Kilo Echo 0, Mike India Zulu. Then we got Cigarette Net out in Boise, Kilo 7, Alpha Yankee Juliet. Then we got Chris over in the Upper West Side, our ambassador to the FusionNet and our statistician. That's Kilo 2, Charlie Victor Delta. Then we got Wesley out in Coolridge, and that call is Alpha Golf 7, Whiskey Quebec. Then, of course, we got none other than one of our net control operators, Captain Dave, and he's out in Boise, November 7, Michael Kilo Yankee. Then none other than Phil, Kilo Bravo 2, November Golf Uniform. Then we got Matt, our other ambassador to the net, Kilo 2, Alpha Charlie Delta. None other than Rusty Balloons himself, out in Manchester, Kilo Golf 0, Bravo Kilo. And last but not least, our brother from down under, Victor Kilo 2, Delta Yankee. Guys, I want to thank you all for coming here and participating tonight. It is my pleasure to host for you guys and have a wonderful time here every single week. So I just want you guys to remember, in the great words of inventor and futurist Nikola Tesla, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. This is Radio Station Alpha Charlie 2 Alpha Echo, always chasing 2 American Eagles. The FusionNet is now over and the network is returned to casual communications. Thank you, everyone. 73 and QR.